If you go up to the loft today, you're sure of a big surprise. If you go up to the loft today, you'll never believe your eyes. For every train there ever was has gathered there together, because today's the day that Jenny does the Monday Club. Yay!
Well, a big hello to everybody. Welcome back to the channel, to the Monday Club. It's great to see you. I hope I find you well. And today you may have noticed we've got a special guest, and this is a big moment because we haven't had a guest on the Monday Club for about 18 months now, certainly since before lockdown. So I'd like to welcome Craig from Iron Horse Railways. You may remember him from the chat, so you won't be in the chat tonight. So
no, I'm absent from the chat.
So it'll basically be a lot quieter in the chat.
Quieter.
But we've got a good turnout. Jerry BVR, Egg Rider, Flymo Chairman 1, Dominic Z, our Kickline correspondent, Wiven Model Railway, Clive Cobold, Simon Trains Model Railway Showcase, Gordon Hanning, Patrick Ling, Mark Hemeldown MR, Leslie Gilpin, The Closet Branch, Robert Becking, Harry Sedgwick, Samuel Diney, The Original Half-Ass Customs, Richard Swiderski, Dennis Christiansen, Matt Ovell, Manthony 1956, great to see you. Captain Park Junction, Alex Dent, Warbler Productions, Southern Train Girl, Malcolm Moore, Tim Davis, the Irish Train Guy, Thomas West. I'm sure I saw Southern Train Girl in there as well, Pompey Yard. We've got a great turnout. Don't forget to tickle that like button, share the stream as well. And of course, play all of the usual games like Billy's Replacement Speaker puns, Gronk puns, and of course, looking out, as always, for the TARDIS. Where is the Doctor today? So that's a bit weird because we're in both shots at the moment. So I'm just going to change the main camera angle.
One of them is enough for anybody.
Oh, you did, Jess, but of course you did all the really great weathering. You actually weathered my class 17.
Ooh, where is that?
It's up on the shelf there.
Oh, I can just see it now.
Yeah, we're in between the two class 25s. But it's great. Thank you very much for coming on. And we're brought refreshments by the Cupboard Monkey at the moment. Yeah, because you did the weathering, and actually DCC Concepts used a photo. Well, a couple of photos for your weathering in their advert. They were so impressed by how you achieved that.
Right.
Do you have any tips for people with weathering? Are there any simple tips that you would say is a great place to start?
Take your time and little and often. Do layers. Don't try and do too much too soon, because you'll ruin it. That's it. Experiment. Some people get better results with powders, some airbrush, some like to use acrylic paint, some oil-based, some use oil pens. I use a mixture. It's very rare that I use my airbrush,
right,
because I don't like having to clean it.
I can imagine that. I mean, that's one of the things with a lot of these tools is that, yeah, they're great to use, but it's the faff of cleaning it afterwards. A big thank you to Robert Steers, who has very generously donated $9.99 on the Super Chat. Thank you ever so much. Says, been away for a while, happy to be back in the Monday Club. Greetings from Billings, Montana, USA. It's great to see you. Actually, I was meaning to drop you an email just to see how you were doing, because I hadn't heard from you in a while, but it's great to see you back in, and thank you ever so much. Very kind and generous of you. Do you tend to use, to go back to the weathering, do you tend to use a mix of different media, or well, if you use...
He's just said that. He just said he does.
I'm sorry, I got distracted.
Shiny, you mean to go on?
I tend to favour I tend to start with a wash of some kind, be that acrylic or I use the Humbrol.
Yeah, I use those
really
as well.
Good.
Yeah.
A bit of I don't use.
There's two that I use that I really like. It's the rust wash and the dirt wash that they do in the Humbrol range. And actually, I mean, somewhere on the layout, I've got a whole load of HTO and HUO hoppers. They've been done entirely just using those two washes. But I got sent a lot of the Humbrol weathering powders, and I found actually the weathering powders, I really like using them on vehicles that are wooden or supposed to represent wooden. So rather than, I think with a steel wagon, the washes, you can get some really great rust effects with those. But with the powders, they seem to work really well with like planked wooden wagons because they kind of stick in the grooves and look very much like dirt. Because obviously wood doesn't rust.
No.
But one thing I did find when I did do the video is that it's important there'll always be steel strapping on wagons, and you can get some good effects by thinking how they will rust, and the rust kind of washes down.
That's one thing you've got to think about. The wood itself might not rust, but you might get rust staining.
Yeah.
That's something to think about as well.
And that's something as well I did with the brake fan. I keep looking around trying to see where I put it.
It'll turn up somewhere.
But one of the things with those was that the duckets are steel, so they do rust. And I actually used, there's a photograph actually, the photograph's up there, of a brake fan. And you can see how the rust has run down either side of the duckets. Now we appear to have a visitor in the form of Ed the Duck, which you do realise that for like more than half our audience, they have no idea who Ed the Duck was.
Do you relate to Howard?
Yeah. Don't you remember in the broom cupboard? Steamclad, big hello to you. We've got, I'm sure I saw a few other extra names. And Richard Swiderski says, hello, Ducky. Manson in 1956 suggests Howard the Duck, but Aiden's Railways has guessed correctly. Ed the Duck. It is Ed the Duck. We have lots of... we have plenty of visitors in today. So not only have we got Iron Horse Railways, but we've also got from... was it 1990s or 1980s?
1991.
1991, we've got Ed the Duck from the broom cupboard. He's a bit shy, so...
Well, he still squeaks then. That's good.
He does still squeak a little bit, but I can't quite get my fingers in the right place. He's a bit scared now. So, Janie B says orange sauce. That's a bit mean.
Oh, that's cruel.
Of course, what you had before with the camera was Peking duck.
Big hello to Mel's. Becky X says Bethany says hi, Dad.
Hello, Bethany love. I'll be
Hello.
home soon. Go to bed. Go to your basket. Go to your basket.
Oh, that's always depressing to read. Actually, Tim Davis says that is older than me.
Yes. Of course, I am youthful.
I'm going now.
Harry Sedgwick says hello there, Craig.
Hello there, sir.
Ridgeway Park 00 says I preferred Gordon the Gopher.
Gordon sucks. Ed is where it's at.
the Gopher.
Ed is where it's at. Ed had his own computer game.
Right.
Who was the associate to Brian Damage?
To who? What now?
Brian Damage had a... Was it Gordon the Loafer or something like that?
Could be. Yeah, he was on
He had a
live
little
and
thing,
ticket and
didn't
stuff, yeah.
Yeah, Brian Damage, and he had an associate there.
Do you remember there was Stu Francis? Oh, I could crush a grape. Oh, that probably dates me. Bagnall Dave says, Jenny, when are you going to get visited from Emu?
Oh, don't tempt me. Don't tempt me.
We do have an EMU, but not emu. And then Steamclad says, what about Count Duckula?
Oh, I would love a Count Duckula.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, Ducky Poo!
Ducky paws.
Right, I'm going down because 3 of us in here is going to make it overheat. So I'm off to work.
No
See
worries.
you later on for the videos.
Okie doodly dokie. And don't forget that you can also send in a URL to your video links to be played here on the Monday Club. If you send them as a URL link to Zoe@zoerobinson.com, and if you put Monday Club in the title, it just helps her to find the emails. But right, what's in the news? Well, certainly you'll see going round that really actually quite great, the Irish Railway Models A-Class number 007, the James Bond locomotive is going round with full sound. And actually, one thing that's really impressed me with that, as you will have seen in the video, is just how easy it is to DCC fit. The roof is held on by 4 very, very powerful neodymium magnets, and that just makes for an absolute doddle to DCC fit it. Not only that, it comes with a high quality speaker pre-fitted and a stay alive, which I actually did put it to the test. After I filmed the video, I had it running with a huge long train. I just turned the power off to the layout, and it was surprising how far it goes. So it is an amazing package, and certainly it's put us very much in the mood for the Acura scale locomotives, which are due soon. I couldn't put a date on it, but certainly if they're out of the same mould as the A-Class in terms of features, then I think that they're going to be very, very good.
It is a very pretty looking thing, isn't it?
It is actually, yeah. Where's it gone?
It's around here somewhere.
Hold on, I think if I go to that camera,
there we are. It's just escaping.
yeah, just escaping.
Just passing the.
Paul Murphy says, Jenny, is that man your lucky husband? No. Now this is Iron Horse Railways.
I'm the muscle. I'm the muscle.
Yeah. He's like normally at the front door with the velvet rope going, sorry, you're not on the list. Come on, up it. And also, he also keeps Les underneath the layer.
Great beard, yes, absolutely.
That's a beard you can trust. Right, Peter Leyland said Danger Mouse took some beating. He did actually, but he was worse for wear afterwards. But he always used to have the eyebrows that were actually physically above his head.
That's it, floating eyebrow.
Yeah. Steamclad says just ordered the Acura Scale Deltic, and absolutely, I'm really looking forward to the Acura Scale Deltic.
Tim's found it. Tim's found it.
What?
He's found the TARDIS.
Has he? Wait. Which one are we looking at?
Tim's Modern Railway in different videos.
TARDIS
He's
under
found
the yellow.
it.
Oh,
yeah, well done. Well done, Tim. That's my hiding spot, mate. Well done.
It was actually. In fact, we even had to get a special implement in,
a special dialing
to be able to to put it there because it's actually out of reach. So I'm just gonna. You keep talking to the nice people. Whilst I am going to give the doctor a helping hand.
He's now going to lean over the railway and try to grasp the TARDIS
I am
again.
actually really impressed. I seriously thought that we'd found somewhere that wasn't going to be discovered.
I've got a few other ideas.
Yeah, well,
now that I can see the lay of the land, there's a few more spots we've got. But, can we hide?
The thing about it is it's having it somewhere that is still on camera, because not everywhere on the layout is in shot. Somebody said there, just what that. Mark Wilson says the Acura Scale Deltic apparently has more detail than the real thing. But doesn't that make it inaccurate if that were the case?
Adding detail that isn't there.
Yeah, it's like, isn't that just become a little bit imaginary? Yeah. But certainly, from what I gather, it's going to be something really special.
If that A-Class is anything to go by, it certainly will be. Just looking at the exploring diagram you get with it as well.
People can always see where I put it. So let's just...
I'll just strategically cover.
Yeah, you just somewhere over here. See, now they'll have to work it out. Big hello to Somerset Andy. We've also got Sue at Pudham Junction. Gary Mullane says hello from Ireland. So for all of the Irish viewers, we have got the Irish Railway Models A-Class doing the rounds. Really impressed with that, actually. And the value for money, coming with the Stay Alive fitted as standard. What did you say? It was an EM2 speaker.
I think it's an EM2, an Earth Mover 2 speaker. Yeah, really nice little loud bassy thing.
It's actually got two
of them. 2
cones in it.
Yeah.
It's one unit, so it's one solid unit, but it's got And they're different sizes, so I'm
I
guessing
think they've
one's for
actually got,
bass
they've got
and
the
one's for
EN2,
treble.
I'm sure they've got a little
Which is
sugar
which?
cube one as well. I think that's mine. Mine's the blue one.
At least that's the one you've been drinking
Blue
from.
one, yeah.
Ah. So today's beverage of choice is Diet Coke again.
Other colours are available.
Definitely. Oh, wait a minute. I just I realised afterwards when I put the TARDIS down,
Yeah.
I was on the wrong screen.
Oh,
Everybody's going pretty obvious.
It's there. In the middle of nowhere.
Oh dear.
Let me see if I can hide it.
Yeah, you go and hide. But hold on. If I go to that angle.
And see what comes on. Okay.
So
Is that?
over there is out of view.
Does that section go? Is that?
No.
No.
Not. Well, hold on. Let me just cycle.
Strategically cycle the cameras,
Yeah.
so as not to arouse suspicion.
Not to
Okay,
arouse
not that
suspicion.
One. No, not that one.
Yeah. So let's just see what actually appears
Okay.
on camera.
No.
Let's just see now. And then that one. So hopefully you'll have gained
Okay,
enough.
I'm going to try and
enough
strategically
ideas.
hide the TARDIS now.
So Main Train Esport, big hello to you. Fat Wallet Boy
Oh,
2.
Ben Train Esport, how you doing, mate? How you doing?
Oh,
He's a good lad, isn't he, yeah.
Oh, great. Oh, mind your
He's a
head.
good lad, isn't he?
Not that you would be in any of the low roofed areas of the layout at all. Paul Murphy says my beverage of choice is beer. Excellent. That is actually a good choice. There are some great beers on the market. Actually, it's starting to get warm up here, so I'm just going to turn the fan on. So let's just get that up and running. I've lost my place here now. Fat Waller Boy 2 says, have you seen the new photos Hellion have released of the new Class 86 and Intercity Executive livery, Jenny? It looks superb. Absolutely, that's the new 86/4, and a number of livery pictures have appeared of that, and certainly, as you're saying, the Intercity version does look amazing. And Intercity, of course, one of my favourite liveries. Really do like that. So what would be your favourite locomotive livery? And are you a diesel or
I'm
steam?
a diesel fan. I know Kelly's not going to like that, but I am very much a fan of the dirty diesels.
The dirty diesel.
I mean, I can appreciate a steam engine, but that regional railway 37 is just.
It's
really
just going to
nice.
be hoving into view in a moment, just from underneath.
Because my dad worked at British Railways from the mid 80s until it closed.
Yes,
in
yeah.
96, and so my weekends were very much a case of Leeds City Station, on the trains, going everywhere for, you know.
So was that where you used to live then, Leeds?
I was born and raised in Leeds, yes. I'm a Yorkshireman by trade. Absolutely.
Oh, right, yeah.
I'm on missionary work here in Lancashire.
Yeah, yeah.
They've not got running water yet.
To People's Republic of Yorkshire. Yeah.
But I think regional railways has been a favourite of mine. The Swallow livery coming and going.
Yeah.
Nice
And
well.
mine as well. I love regional railways. I love Intercity, Swallow. And even though it's them namby-pamby southerners, I do quite like Network South East as well. And I think it's because it's out of a similar style to the Intercity and to the regional railways.
It's foreign.
Yeah.
It's foreign.
Yeah, well, something a bit different. But also, of course, a lot of the Network South East coaches, the Mark 1s, did end up getting cascaded and used on things like the North Wales Expresses, mixed in with regional railway coaches towards the end. So, actually, I remember at Manchester Victoria having the Network South East coaches just mixed into rates looking down at heel. Worthington Model Railway says, "Now wrong with Yorkshire." Of course not. Now wrong with Yorkshire. We were talking earlier on actually about proper Yorkshire dessert with Yorkshire pudding. Yorkshire pudding goes with everything.
It does. Yorkshire pudding and jam.
Yeah, you can have gravy, you can have beef, you can have jam on your Yorkshire pudding, and if you're a posh namby-pamby, you can have cream. Main Train Eastport says, Jenny, please tell Mr. Iron Horse he won't be Lord of the Galaxy.
Listen, if you're going to be using your special connections to get a ridiculously sized galaxy, I won't allow it. Mine was a genuinely retail purchase that we have this thing. When modelling, I'm sure.
Oh, is this like as in a Galaxy chocolate?
Galaxy chocolate. Other chocolate bars are available,
but not as good.
not as good. You have a beverage of choice when you're modelling, and you have a snack of choice. And me and main training sport, we enjoy an aspect of Galaxy when doing it. And
if you get the, I think it's like 1 kilogram. Is that?
hey, well, I got a big one the other week. It was huge. It was sizable.
So I remember at Christmas you could get the 1 kilo bars.
It wasn't quite as big as that, but I've got to get one before he does.
Oh, right.
Otherwise he'll beat. I'll no longer be the Lord of the Galaxy.
Ben Davis says, "Hi Jennifer Kirk, want the news today? Just got the Hatton's Katie model from."
Oh,
what's
something
happened?
beeping. Something wasn't pleased.
Yeah, that's strange. That seems.
Everything seems to have gone quieter.
It's like, have we just suddenly got? It's like we've just had a brownout, isn't it?
Yeah, something happened and then it didn't. It almost didn't happen.
That's really strange. I think we've got some kind of a brownout going on. Let me just.
The Gronk's still going, but it's still going, by the way. And I was right. It was a dirty trap. It was that stopped.
Yeah.
That stopped.
There we go. That was weird. It was like we had a little bit of a brownout going on. But
It's working again now.
what was I talking about before we got
Hello,
into...
David Cook.
Egg Rider says, hot Yorkshire pudding with golden syrup and butter.
That's my nickname, actually, Hot Yorkshire Pudding, so yeah.
Oh, right.
I do go
Alex
well with...
Dent says, what the heck? Dominic Zed, our Kickline correspondent, says, Jenny, can you introduce him to the Kickline franchise as well? Okay, I shall now introduce you to the Kickline franchise. Apparently it's something to do with cheerleaders. I keep meaning to look up. But we do have Dominic Zed, our Kickline correspondent, to keep us in the know. But yeah, no, the Katie model is really, really good. Actually, it's the Andrew Barkley. I've got the CPC one and the NCB green. And they are great models, so certainly I think you won't be disappointed with that. Tim Davis says, water Gronk down. I think, these are the Gronk puns.
Surely Watership Gronk would be better. That sounds,
be.
Watership Gronk sounds more...
It could be. But one of the things actually is we've still got the competition going with the Gronk puns. Post those in the Jenny Monday Club Facebook group, and I think we'll call time on that for anywhere up to next Sunday evening coming, and then we will announce a winner on next week's Monday Club. Now don't forget as well, we'll be stopping promptly at 9 o'clock because we do have Hornby and Model World will be following this. And Mark Wilson says brownout, LOL. No, it's a term, isn't it? It's an electrical term.
A very professional, serious term invented by men in white coats.
Yes, absolutely, and it's there's clipboards involved with that and everything.
Yeah, committees, everything.
But essentially, it just means you've got a voltage drop. Linnet 12DD says a Gronk's tail.
Silence of the Gronks.
Oh, I don't think Gronks can keep quiet because if I find mine, where's it gone?
It's over there. There you go. Yeah.
Actually, they're not the loudest of sound chips.
Can you not turn the volume up?
Probably can, but I'm a bit of a techno weenie. Ruben Ashall says a Gronk at the museum. Flymo Chairman 1, thank you ever so much for the Monday Club Facebook group. Posting the link there. Also, don't forget that you can also head on over to Patreon and help us to produce the videos that you want to see. I'm sure that there's a train stopped somewhere. It just seems to have gone quiet.
It does seem to have gone suspiciously quiet.
So what has stopped?
Has that lost some coaches?
No. That one shuffles backwards and forwards on its own. I have tried it with stuff before, but it tends to shed them in places and then crash. David Cook says, I have an Iron Horse with 2 wheels, 1300cc. That's quite a lot for a motorbike.
Mine's 1600. I'll have you know, sir.
That's more than my Nissan Micra's got. So basically, you've just got an engine and 2 wheels.
An engine, 2 wheels, and seats. Triumph Thunderbird 1.6 made in Hinkley.
Does that have like a lot of power then?
Well, it's more torque than horsepower.
Right.
It's got about 90 horsepower, at the rear wheel.
Right, right.
But it's got 115 pound-feet of torque at the rear wheel.
Right, right. Oh, fair enough.
So I see you later, love. Good night, Bethany.
Take care. Good
Big
night.
old, big old.
Great to see you. Don't worry, I'll look after your dad.
Someone asked her.
Yeah. Aiden's Railway says the Fast and the Gronks. Ben Davis says, now Jennifer Kirk, I'm trying to get the NCB green one. I've now got 6 from the Hattons Andrew Barclay train, and they are one of my favourite in my collection. Would love it if Hattons did more of them. Now, I did ask Hattons at Great Electric Train Show, and I didn't actually get a definitive answer, but the suggestion seemed to be that they kind of moved away a little bit from them, so I really don't know whether there are going to be another run or if it will come from Hattons. It may be that I guess that if Hattons made up with Bachmann, then that could be a model that might turn up in the EFE range.
A bit of locking of horns there, wasn't there?
Oh,
You know, I mean, it is what it is.
absolutely. Other news, well, we've got the Gauge Master Collection Class 60s in O gauge have started coming through. We've also had the IZA cargo wagons from Hellion in 00. And that should also mean that the Class 47s in O gauge from Hellion should be coming through as well. We've also had the Class 150s turning up in shops, and the Midland Railway brake van in LMS grey with ducats has also reached the shops as of today, I believe. So there's certainly a lot of bits and pieces coming through, but we're still waiting on the improved precedents, the V2s, the Cali 812s. Last I heard, we were looking at the end of this month. So not actually a huge length of time. Somebody said they're not seeing the Gronk shuttling. There is a Gronk going round.
Gronk,
yeah,
yeah.
The Gronk is still
But
going
yeah, I mean,
round.
there's some Gronk, the Gronk there with the, I think it's the 4 and the 7.
Yeah, there we are. So you can see the Gronk now in the top left of the screen coming down. There isn't one on the shuttle. I've actually changed some of the, well, at least 2 of the locomotives on the shuttle have been changed. So we've got loads of puns coming in.
Yes, Anthony, it is belt drive, mate. Yes, it is a belt drive bike.
So it's like a big rubber band.
Kevlar, dear, Kevlar.
Kevlar.
Kevlar
So it's
reinforced
bulletproof.
Kevlar. I wouldn't like a slap around the tops with it, put it that way.
I
It's
could
a big old
imagine,
thing.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
about
yeah.
like that thick, and it's the
So
teeth
what-
on it are like that.
What? So it's a bit like a cam belt from a car.
Actually, yeah, I mean, you can actually use the same belts as a replacement for it, yeah, I mean,
Right.
I don't like maintenance. I don't like having to clean and lubricate drive chains every time they get wet. And the benefit of the belt drive is, this is your motorbike hour on the Monday Club, is you don't need to lubricate it and adjust it all the time. It just sort of goes. A bit like a drive shaft, but
Right.
open. A drive shaft is the ultimate maintenance-free thing. You put a bit of oil in it once a year and that's it.
Yeah.
Belts, you just adjust them once a year. Chains are nightmare. So.
Oh, fair enough. I mean, yeah, because it's like I've never really done motorbikes. It's the one mode of transport. I have been on the back of a motorbike once, and it scared me witless.
Being on the back is completely different to riding one. I don't like going on the back of them. No,
I can imagine, because you kind of, your instinct is to do a lot of leaning, and it's not having that control. I like to be in control. It's like being a passenger in a car. I always find myself pressing imaginary brake pedals every time they're coming up to traffic lights.
I do that. Warbo's found the TARDIS again. Damn you, sir!
Where is it?
You can't even see it, can you?
No, I can't. I'm
It's
just.
up yonder. But he's
Up
found
yonder?
it. He's found it. He's found it.
He's found
It's
it.
with the
He
portal.
must have that script, like some kind of like 55 inches of plasma
He's got
zoomed in.
It took him a while though.
It did actually, yeah. Leslie Gilpin, yeah, actually I remember those. The daft cars driven by a belt. I mean, they were like a 1970s thing. But I did see a I think it's always gone off the top. Valley's 56XX, great to see you as well. We've got a load of puns here coming through. So we've got War of the Gronks, Carry On Gronking. Yeah, Flymo Chen wants says, if I'm on pillion, I try riding the bike better than the rider.
My dad used to do that when I was big enough from work. I'd be leaning on the corner, he's adamant to lean the other way, which is...
Oh, and check out Hampshire, the daft cars with the belt, they were called daffodils before Volvo brought them. Right. Paul Murphy says Rudolph the Red-Nosed Gronk had a very shiny nose. Matt Ovell says, I'm sure Zoe is not that bad of a driver, Jenny. Yes, she is. Southern Train Girl suggests Gronk Busters. Bang Got You Junction, Carl Braun, Gronk in 60 seconds. And Simon Train's Motherwell was showcased, the Gronking. I think we already had that, but... Dominic Z, our Kickline correspondent, says, Jenny, here are some of the Kickline merchandise manufacturers. Dickey, Lego in 2001, Emilio Toys, Galgo, Tomy, Mediterraneo, Learning Curve, Kenner, Gig, Bandai Blocks, and Hasbro.
I recognise Hasbro and Lego, and that's it.
Do you know, Kenner, I remember Kenner, they were big in the 70s and 80s. Yeah. They did all the Star Wars toys. And Tomy, you must have heard of Tomy.
Oh, they make the big trucks. The oversized toy cars,
Yeah.
David's Mel Model Railway, yes mate, the Jersey barriers are fantastic, mate. You need to market those because they're very nice. I need to speak to you about a revised version where the base has holes for the forklift forks to go in so you can lift them and move them around.
Oh,
but apart from that, really do a little bit of kit, mate. So yeah, they're doing well. They'll be on the new layout at some point once they get round to finishing it.
SJ Parter suggests Boogie Gronks, Tim Davis, Line of Gronk, the Growl of Blackwood Engage layout, big hello to you. Valleys 56XX says Easy Gronker. We've got Nick Beard, the Towering Gronk, Richard Swiderski, the Gronk Express, Rule 1 Model Railways, Gronk's Guide to the Galaxy, Bang Got You Junction, Carl Braun, the Gronk, the Bad and the Ugly. That's the one that Zoe did the poster for, just to give people an idea on the competition, which is running through until midnight on Sunday, and then hopefully we'll have the winner of that photoshopped film poster competition that's running on the Facebook group, which is essentially get a Gronk themed pun into a film poster and Photoshop the Gronk in. I think we've got a t-shirt to give away, one of the Gronk It Up t-shirts. So we've got Alan Mullins, the Gronklins, Wamgok, Gronking Alive, Fat Wallet Boy 2. I think we already had Gronk in 60 seconds.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's Skipsy Trains. Big hello to you. Great to see you in. I think we also have Blackwood Engage layout. Jennifer Garrett says the Gronk of Stalin. Warbler Productions, the man with the golden Gronk.
We've had that one last week.
Yeah, Matt Rutter. Nick Beard, Tango and Gronk. Gosh, and people are quite creative. But
Gronk to the Future, that's a good one. We've had that one before.
Oh yeah, it gets up to 88 and it just disappears.
Oh, dear, mate.
But in terms of other news, Wamgok, I did see a comment a while back saying that they'd just taken delivery of their second Monday Club wagon. Really, really pleased. Thank you ever so much, everybody who's been supporting the channel by buying the Monday Club wagons. There are still a few left at Rails of Sheffield.
I need to get one.
Have you not got?
I need to get one.
See, even I've got one.
I would hope so.
Yeah, I had 250 at one point. In fact, no, technically I had 251 because I had the
prototype.
The livery sample, which is, where's it gone? There should be a class 25 somewhere with it. Oh, there it is. It's going through the yard. In fact, it's just coming into shop with the Monday Club wagon behind it. That's actually the livery prototype. There it is. Look, see on screen.
Ah, there you go. Yes, just
the
shuffle over yonder. That's it.
They're selling well. But if you haven't got one, then you're going to have to get in there quick if you want one because they are running out. What else we got? Somerset Andy says down in the Gronk station at midnight. Oops, a bit of the jam there. Paul Murphy says, what Christmas songs sound good with the word Gronk in them? I don't know, but if you play them through Billy's replacement speakers, then it will always sound louder than everything else.
No, Motorhead, wasn't it?
Everything louder than everything else. Although it always makes me think of Spinal Tap, which of course the William Loud III, aka Billy of Billy the Replacement Speakers fame, was actually a roadie on the ill-fated Smell the Glove tour with Spinal Tap, where he was entrusted using his family connections to build the loudspeakers that could go all the way to 11 and take the punishment to match up with that amplifier. And he used the skills gained with that to introduce his Everything Louder Than Everything Else range of speakers throughout the late 1980s.
Is it true that during the 80s, Professor Doc Brown consulted him on how to design a massive amplifier?
He did actually, yes. Unfortunately, he entrusted the doctor to make it himself, and he gave him the plans, but the doctor, he didn't realise that it needed to be designed to go to 11, and only sourced components that would take it to 10, and that is why it blew up when Marty strung his power cord. And that's what happens when you have a speaker that is not adequately matched to the amplifier if the amplifier is designed to take it to 11. But there we go. Anyway, what are we talking about?
I don't know. I've never had any idea when Monday Club comes on. I just sort of strap myself in and hope for the best.
Yeah, strap in and feel the G's.
That's a Simpsons come on.
Is it?
I'm sure it is, yeah.
Oh, is that like the Max Power
That's
episode?
the one,
Yeah,
Max Power, yeah.
Yeah, it's like...
Oh dear,
it's like, do you like Thai? Yeah, Thai grand. Do you like suit? Southern Train Girl says, I wish it could be Gronk most every day. Paul Murphy says, Billy's replacement, Gronk. Southern Railway Enthusiast 83, 12 Days of Gronk. Janie B, Donny Gronko. We've got the Pelican Gronk from Egg Rider. Manthony 1956, I think Gronk in 60 seconds has been suggested about 3 or 4 times now, but it's all good. Linnet 12DD, Gronky Tonk Woman by the Rolling Gronks. That's good, that's who he did there.
One,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, what is on your workbench at the moment?
Everything. I've just recently started painting a rep of 3 Dapple banana vans, the one I showed you before.
So you bought the unpainted ones?
Unpainted ones, yeah.
Right.
£7. Absolute bad. All prefabricated, but second out, you paint it in whatever colour you want. I've gone for rail for it grey with the yellow ends.
Oh, right. So
Very
something
nice.
a bit different.
Bauxite is everywhere.
Yes, I know what you mean, and it's like one of the
Bauxite
reasons.
is
If you
everywhere.
look over there, I've got a couple of ventilated vans. I've got the one in the rail stores, grey and green, and then the red and yellow Satlink is another good one.
It's just trying to get away from that brown.
Yeah, olive green actually. If you like, all over olive green, engineers olive green. Some of them made it to that.
That's right, yeah.
And also rail blue in parcels
I
traffic.
might do a real blue with actually.
Yeah. But so, what do you do for things like lettering and transfers? Do you just have a very steady hand and a small brush?
I usually, if I have to put transfers on something, I try and get them from various suppliers, or I print them out and stick them on with a bit of paper.
So you print off the entire data thing with the number as one thing?
And by the time you've got it on, then you've weathered it.
Yeah.
You make a background that's similar colour to the paint,
Right.
stick it on there, and then just, once you've done it with a bit of weathering, a couple of course of lacquer, you really can't tell. Well, I can't, and with my diminishing eyesight, it works well.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the beauties of getting older. I find it as well. I just can't see what I used to, so it's like, it's alright.
It works really well.
Yeah. And have you've recently, I noticed that you completely changing your layout. You've got rid of the old one, or were getting rid of.
This is the 3rd massive complete teardown I've had of the layout in as many years. It's becoming like a seasonal thing. Every year I build it and every year I knock it down again. But now this one, because I've not built a model railway since I was 12. Now being the wrong side of 30, I want to give it a try again. So I've learned loads of different things, and when I built that first layout in the bedroom, I learned so much.
Yes.
And I thought, well, I want to change it, and I built another one.
Yeah.
And then I learned more, and now I sort of know where I want to go, what I enjoy doing with the model railway. I like doing a lot of operations, a lot of shunting, a lot of back and forth. So the new layout's just sort of trying to bring that to the front of the what's the word I'm looking for? To the front of the hobby for me, just so I can enjoy doing what I do with with
Yeah.
I mean, it's all very. I mean, I do quite happily just watch the train go around every now and again, but I like to get involved in make the videos, make the running sessions, put the sound effects on there, and it just makes something a bit nicer. Really. So that's what I like to do.
What can we see coming up on your YouTube channel?
I've got a comparison video coming up on KDs versus magnetic couplings.
So these are the, I think everybody's familiar with the KDs that look a lot like the Buckeye type couplings, and the magnetic couplings. I know that there was quite a big thing where a few different companies introduced them. So have you filmed that, or is that to
That's
be...
in progress. I've been filming at the minute. I'm getting I've got all the bits and pieces in place. That's due to start. In fact, I'm actually doing it tomorrow, actually.
Right. And if people want to check out your YouTube channel, it's Iron Horse Railways.
Iron Horse Railways.
Iron Horse Railways.
Search Iron Horse Railways and I'll come up.
Absolutely, and don't forget to tickle that subscribe button whilst you're there as well. And of course, you've been a good regular in the chat here on the Monday Club. And we've met a few times before. When I was working at DCC Concepts, you did all the weathering stuff as well, which I think it actually made it to their catalogue as well. Which
I should hope so as well.
How did that feel then to actually see?
Well, when you see it, when you're just some random fella from Preston. And you're just messing around with the models, and you happen to think, I think that's quite good, and then someone a bigger name as DCC Concept goes, actually, I really like that. I'm not going to use it. It's like, wow, that's really humbling, and it's just nice to see, because it's not necessarily about making loads of profit or anything like that. It's the recognition which is important. The recognition that the work and the effort you put into something has been recognised by one of your peers in a higher place. It's just nice. It's just nice to get that. And I think that's sort of like how we came to get to know each other. I mean, I know we had all the Billy's replacement speakers. Yes, absolutely.
Because you made the signs actually over there. I don't think we can get it on the camera.
You might be able to use the roving camera. You can just sort of see it.
Yeah, if you know where to look, it is over there, but it's kind of a weird angle, and it's. I think it's obscured a bit by the bushes. I remember you sent that to me, and then we met up at DCC Concepts. You came up there a few times, and then obviously with the weathering stuff. So how does it feel to finally come and visit Weir Yard?
It's good. It's not as big as I thought it was going to be. I have to say, it's not as. But one thing that is bigger than I thought is the collection of locomotives Janet has. However many you think she has, I can promise you now, she has more. She really, every time you have the train there, there's a carriage down there, there's a wagon.
Well, yeah, I mean,
there's a stack of drawers here, and every one of them is packed.
Yeah, what do you think's in all those drawers?
Exactly, they're absolutely everywhere. She has, instead of dust, she has locomotives.
Yeah, there is a lot of stuff here, but I must admit, when I thought like I need to get visitors back on, I did think of you, because Ollie couldn't make it. No.
Oh yeah. You drew the short straw, my dear. Unfortunately, yeah.
No, but it's something I think it's really important. I know it's something actually Ollie had a couple of visitors on. With his stream, and I thought, well, if he's starting up again with that, then I need to get back in on the action. And Les Cliff, if you're watching, or if you watch this on catch up, then you do really need to get yourself up here at some point. Because Les, of course, a lot of people remember, used to be a regular as a guest, and then unfortunately lockdown happened, put paid to that. But I do want to get back into it. We've got a big hello there. I just seen Dragon Junction Mark II. Robin Slewer says, I'm to build an 009 layout. And I think actually that a lot of people will be getting into building an 009 layout.
I want to do the
double
narrow gauge thing, but I want to do it with the double O track. Is it OM30? But you've got double O track, but O gauge models on it. Is that all?
Oh, 16.5.
That's the one I want to do. But it just you know, because they get to have the big locomotives.
Wardle Road's ears must have been burning. It's like, oh, speaking of Ollie, good evening all. Big hello to you, and a big hello to Moreland Model Railway Andy. Mark Wilson says Jenny has so many locos. Apparently, Rails of Sheffield ring her to check for stock.
Yeah, that's true. Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Jerry BVR says, for your information, Channel 5 are repeating Great Model Railway Challenge from the start Sunday at 04:50 if anyone wants to record it. That's a bit early, isn't it?
Yeah.
Gosh, but I suppose you just watch it on catch-up.
Well, I'm going to say it's on catch-up.
Yeah.
I've watched the greatest railway journeys on channel, I think it was Channel 4.
Oh, this, yeah, my parents
going
watch
Scotland,
that. Yeah, my
beautiful
parents love watching that.
We've done it on the West Highlands line. That's a superb bit of railway.
Wardle Road says, I'm looking forward to another visit to Weir Yard. Absolutely, get yourself down here. Or I should say up here. Cause
Yes.
He's one of them southerners.
You've not seen the ladder.
He has. He's been here before.
No, everyone else. I mean, Wardle Road, but he knows what the ladder situation's like. I'm not a small human. I'm not a small human, but that ladder just... But it was a hair-raising experience.
Do you want a top up?
I'm quite right for an I still have some dregs in the bottom of my blue cup.
Yeah, it's I've been meaning to replace that ladder with a decent one, a more substantial one. No, I don't think there's enough room for a lift, but certainly a much better ladder. It's been on my round 2-it list for a long time. But you know, it's one of those things. It's like, well, I suppose I could fit a new ladder, or I could play with the trains.
Well, that's the danger, isn't it? You know, I need to do this, but instead, I'm just going on a train. This is the dilemma that I have. I've now got to rebuild the railway, and I'm building it on IKEA tables, Lindman tables. The tabletops cost £7 each.
How big is the tabletop?
60 centimetres by 100 centimetres.
So actually, if you're going to build a modular layout, it's a pretty reasonable size.
It's fantastic for it. And even though I've not gone completely modular, I have in a way. So if I need to take it down or remove it in the future, it won't be that much of a problem. I just need to take 2 or 3 sections of the track out, and then away I go. I can take them all downstairs and away we go.
Well, the other thing, have you thought about something like the Model Tech Pro Track aligners, just to get everything to line up?
Everything's already done now. It's already the base body down and fastened in place with brackets and things like that. But I have seen those and they're very good.
They are good, actually. I've got some here, so I think they're...
Here's one we prepared earlier.
No, I don't. They're in a big box underneath. They sent me some to review, and I thought they were amazing. So every time people say, "Oh, how do you line up tracks across baseboard joints?" Model Tech Pro Track aligners. Can't say more highly about them. Manthony 1956 says Jenny has so many locos she has a sign out front directing you to the asylum. No, you can never have too many locomotives. It's like what you said, isn't it?
Yeah. How many locomotives do you have? At least one more.
Yeah. One less than I need.
Always at least one more. Absolutely. There's always room for more.
Yeah.
But that's the problem I have now, you see, because I want to get my collection built up again, but I need to buy things to finish the railway, and I'm like, do I buy scenery? Do I buy a locomotive? Or do I buy a wagon?
Yeah, I know what you mean. And it's like, unfortunately, it's not an inexpensive hobby. And you know, I can remember when I first started, it was really, really tricky to actually afford everything that I wanted. And you know, I was very, very lucky back then that prices were a lot cheaper. I can remember picking up a Hornby XL&Y pug for £27 brand new.
Even when I would have loved it, would cheaper. That's why I try and keep the cost down by scratch building a lot of my own buildings and scenery where I can. You know, use model cars.
It does work really well, actually.
You know, some things work better than others. And there are a few techniques and tricks you need to do. I've got a few of those models available for download on my Facebook page as well. A couple of quid, and you can print them out as many times as you want. I think Ham Shackleton's still having difficulty getting one of them stuck down at you, mate, but you'll get there again.
What's that, the Class 70?
No, it was the building. He's got one of the kits for a Billy's replacement speaker shop.
Oh, right, no, so I'm reading his comment there. So I tried to buy a Class 70 in Double O at the weekend, but they don't seem to exist. Sure, was it Bachman or was it Daypol who did a model of the Class 70?
I'm not sure. I'm not.
But
Matt Orville says, Iron Horseshoe, make this layout look like Engage.
no, you got a bigger chair than me,
have,
which
I've
is
got a
why
bigger chair.
I look like I'm tiny.
If I could have sat on the floor, I'd have been the same height as Jen.
Sean Gibbons says, spotted you leaving a cross-country train, arriving at Manchester Piccadilly on Thursday afternoon, carrying an A to Z town map. Yes, that was me, and actually, it was a Gloucestershire A to Z county-wide map. And the reason was, I'd just been down to Bottle Yard Studios in Bristol to drop off a Jenny van for a production that was setting up there. And they sent me back on the train. So that was why. And I would have been hustling because I wanted to get to the taxi rank before everybody behind me had come off the train.
Beeline for the taxis.
Oh, yeah. It's not my first rodeo.
No.
Warbler Production says, yeah, Bachman do one because Warbler has 70006 in Freightliner livery.
I do like the Freightliner. I do like the green. It's nice.
Where's the Larry Rogers says, got my Monday Club wagon and it is great. Looks so tiny next to my O scale big boy. Oh my word, gosh, yes. It would be dinky tiny. Manthony 1956 says, only modelers like Rod Stewart can afford anything and everything they desire. I don't know, I think even Rod Stewart probably has to rein it in because it is not a cheap hobby.
No, but it's important though not to keep beating that dead horse. Yes, it's expensive. We all know it's expensive, but there's a reason for that. And if you look at what's coming out now from the likes of Curoscale and that one, the detail that you've got, and some people might not want that detail. That's why Hornham at the railroad range is what it is.
Yes.
But the detail you get now, and you're getting 5-pole motors, you're getting DCC fitted, you're getting sound equipped, EM2 speakers, stay alive, 250 quid.
Yeah, and there's a lot more going on in modern locals.
Yeah.
I mean, I can remember the bad old days of the mid-1980s where they were just overpriced toys. And they weren't, you had like a one-piece body mould that fitted onto a generic chassis the E2 had the same chassis as the Ginty, which had the same chassis as the Class 8 shunter. And like, a Class 8...
those Class 8s, just a basic chassis.
Yeah,
and
it's
the
like,
body fits the Ginty. The Ginty
interchangeable. And the thing about that is that a Class 8 shunter has outside frames. And yet Hornby brought out a model of a Class 8 with inside frames. Just so that they could use the same chassis. The Smoky Joe in the Class 06...
The Rockets.
shared the same chassis, the Holden 101. And that's what we used to have. And you used to have to pay top dollar for this stuff. It wasn't a railroad range. That was just their main range.
That's how far they have come. So yeah, it is what it is. I mean, I personally... I've bought the really cheap eBay Lima specials, and it's fine. You pay 50, 60 quid for one of those ancient models, and you get it, and you strip it down, and you clean it, and you lubricate it, and you do it, and it'll still run like rubbish. It'll still stall, it'll still cut out on point, so you've got to take it apart again, you've got to fit a decent decoder to it, and all of a sudden you've just spent the best part of 150 quid on a model that costs you 50 quid, and you're at £200.
Yeah.
And actually, more, you could have got the money.
Exactly. And the old saying, you can polish a turd all you like, but when you're done polishing, it's still a turd.
Absolutely, yeah.
But anybody's interested, I have retrieved the Monday Club wagon here, so just holding that. In fact, let's go to our eye in the sky, and let's go to the big scary angle. So there's the Monday Club wagon. Looking resplendent there.
There you go. Try to get a bit of shadow on that.
Bit of shade. There you are. These are still available from Rails to Sheffield, but actually selling out surprisingly quickly. And all of the Acura scale MDV, MDO wagons are selling out really quickly.
It is a really nice look. It's going. It's going. It was too late.
Yeah.
It is a really nice looking little thing, isn't it?
But that's the.
And it's just like the under. I mean,
look at the detail on that.
well, that's it. I've got the Dapple banana wagon I was doing before. It's just one big moulded piece of plastic, and yes, it looks okay. But when you look at that,
yeah, it's got all the brake
and
rodding,
you look at all that, and it just adds so much extra to the whole thing.
I mean, I've been dying to weather that, but because it's the prototype, I can't weather it, because one thing that they told me is don't mess about with that, don't lose it, because that'll actually become potentially quite valuable. Yeah, I mean,
how free running those wheels are. That spins for absolutely ages.
Absolutely. So you think if you had a rake of like 20, 30, 40 of those, your locomotive's going to be able.
Absolutely, it's not going to struggle or anything like that.
It's
I'll let you place it back on the track.
I will put that.
I'll let the grown-ups sort it out.
I'll put that up there. When the loco comes back, I'll reattach it. Worthington Model Railway says, Jenny, still waiting for mine. Slow shipping to the US. I know. There's one on its way to Ken Patterson at What's Neat this week. I sent him one, and as far as I know, he's still not got it. So basically, I do sympathise, and I know when things come the other way, I order stuff from the States, and then by the time it comes, I'm like, oh my word, a gift? Who is sending me that? Oh yeah, I did order this last month.
Has to be a gift as well, doesn't it?
Yes.
To avoid the dreaded...
Yes, and they then charge you for the privilege, like, oh, there's a handling fee. It's like, well, get your hands off it. Don't want your fingerprints on it.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh dear. Actually, let's put this with the Gronkety Gronk.
Yes.
Because of course they've all got the couplings fitted the wrong side, which
apparently they've sorted that out now. I was reading a post on the Monday Club that they're going to send out replacement couplings.
Yeah, Billy's replacement couplings.
Yeah, they're going to send to anyone who's bought one. They're going to send the right ones out, which I think is fantastic.
Yeah.
It's a small, tiny error.
Well, I was talking to Fran about that, and he said, it's one of those things that they're bought in to the factory. So there's like a company somewhere just makes those couplings. Yeah. So all the manufacturers, I guess, just buy in that as a ready-made piece from them, because they're a standard thing going into a standard NEM pocket.
That's right.
And he doesn't know how they've managed to do it, but either another company set up and go, oh, we can do that for you cheaper, or the factory itself has thought, oh, well, we'll make it ourselves.
Someone's flipped the diagram around.
Yeah, for whatever reason, they've got the thing on the wrong side, and it's like, you've got to hand it to them. That is quite impressive to be able to make a mess that subtly.
Simon, the railway enthusiast. I can't stop drinking Iron Brew. I love Iron Brew. Iron Brew, the drink.
Yeah, I know. It's like, you can have the diet version. It's called tap water.
It's awful.
Well, Iron Brew's just sugar fuel.
The mysterious taste of Scotland.
Yeah, made from girders.
Yeah.
Made in Scotland from girders. Flymo Chairman 1, absolutely. Want to buy the Jenny Kirk Monday Club mugs and t-shirts and Jenny's books? Go there to as the All Mouse Media Creative. All it says is creator-sprin ... And I'm sure that if you click on that, it takes you there. Also, don't forget in the description box down below, we've got all of the merchandise available to purchase. And as we come up towards Christmas, Gronk It Up hoodies and t-shirts, Terrier Fest, Do You DMU, My Railway, My Rules, and everything else are all there. Do check them out and treat yourself or treat someone else. And we still need to get that Billy's Replacement Speakers t-shirt as well. Where's it got? I did see it. Warbler Productions says, I can't drink Iron Brew. It put me in hospital. Yeah, of course, anybody who's diabetic, don't drink Iron Brew, because it's basically sugar, food colouring and water.
Absolutely.
Ben Tullett says, could be worse. Daypole didn't send any couplings with their special commission GWR Mink Wagon.
I saw that. I saw them.
Are these the ones through rails?
Well, I've seen a couple in the shops as well. They've only got one coupling on.
Huh.
The back of the wagon has no coupling on that. It's a strange thing to see.
Wow. Egg Rider points out, if you bought the MDO, MDV and also the JK wagons from Rails of Sheffield, and want the correct couplings, do email Rails with details of how many wagons you bought through them, and they pass the info on to a Cura scale. Ah, brilliant. And Flymo1 says, yes, the link is good. So the link does work. Flymo1 says, caffeine and ferrous citrate too. Ferrous citrate. Is that where, like, made in Scotland from girders? That's where the metal is.
Tom Shackleton says we're still on both. And we are, we're both.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Can I press the button?
Oh, go on.
Can I press the
right,
button?
top
Okay.
row.
Top row.
Any on the top row.
Okay, let's try this one then. Was it? I broke it.
There you go.
There we go.
So that's the mountain cam. So that's over there.
That's
but
over
for
there.
some reason, and we don't.
The TARDIS is still there.
Where?
Is it?
Is it? No. Well, it's where you put it. But
No,
it
it's that
needs
one there, Jen. It's that one. I thought it's on the other side of the mountain.
Yeah. Well, if you go and grab the TARDIS, we can. You can relocate him. So whilst you're over there, relocate him somewhere. You're like, oh, where should we put? Oh, I don't know.
I'm not on camera now.
You're not on camera now.
I don't know where I'm going, Captain.
I cannot do it. I didn't have that power.
I don't need to be able to see that, but at this point I don't much care. Any victory's a victory.
Oh, the cupboard monkey's in. Says Jenny, she likes the trains. It's true. Right. My word. Patrick Hill Station says evening all. Iron brew, drink of the gods, and cure for hangovers. Although, funnily enough, actually, energy drinks such as Relentless and Monster also cure hangovers, and the reason for this is that they contain a glut of vitamin B12, and vitamin B12 is the vitamin that your body needs a lot of to break down alcohol in the liver. And I learned this from trainee doctors because, like, they know how to party.
Again, white coats.
Yes,
clipboards.
Yeah, and clipboards, white coats, clipboards, and a need to party. Vitamin B complex, the tablets, if you take a couple of those just before you go to bed, now your pee in the morning comes out glow in the dark yellow,
Excellent.
but you don't get a hangover. John JMC, big hello to you. Patrick Hill Station says hangovers, laughy face. Yeah, when you're young, you don't tend to get hangovers, but then when you get a bit older, it'll come.
First time I had a hangover, I didn't know what it was.
Well,
I'd only heard about them, and I thought, "What? I feel dreadful. I don't know what's the matter." I felt sick. I don't understand what it was, and then they went, "You've got a hangover, mate." I went, "Oh, that's what
I've heard so much about it."
Absolutely.
Out and About with Scottish Drones says Model Rail Scotland returns back in February 2022 at the SEC in Glasgow. Of course, yeah, that's the next big show, I believe. And I would love to go, actually. I'm available to book if anybody wants to book me for panel events and the like. I am available. I did enjoy, actually, Great Electric Train Show. It really could
I really wanted to go, but as usual, work stopped to play.
It was good fun, actually. Good fun. Matt Oval says, where do we get more vitamin B12? Well, you just go down to Boots and buy it. Any pharmacy, you can just buy it over the counter. You can probably buy it in the vitamin aisle in the supermarkets.
Zoe says, Jenny, I need your technical assistance. I plugged a power bar into itself and it didn't charge. What's going on?
The Muppetry is strong. Oh my word. Right. Interesting. Within Model Row, it says if you drink G&T, or I'm sure that's vodka and tonic, when you pee, it fluoresces under UV light. I wonder whether the common denominator is the tea, the tonic water.
That stuff tastes vile, honestly.
Oh, I like it.
Oh, that's quinine. Is it quinine?
Quinine.
Oh, awful.
Leslie Gilpin says Workington Model Railway exhibition this weekend, folks. Absolutely. There's still a lot of shows on, but I was talking about like the really big ones. Dominic Z, our Kickline correspondent, says, Jenny, I remember that time where we went to the Kickline live show, and guess what? I got hugged by Candy. Ooh, isn't getting hugged by Candy a bit sticky? Because like Candy can be quite sticky. Alex Dent says the Great Electric Train Show will return next year. Absolutely. Ben Tullett says, warning, don't drink too much Red Bull as you end up having plenty of time on the time. Yeah, actually, you don't so much. Energy drinks are a bit like alcohol. You don't buy them, you rent them by the hour.
You are essentially a filter.
Yes.
You are a filter for the product.
And that's it. I mean, it's like you don't buy a pint of beer, you rent it for an hour or so. And then you give it back in the pub toilets.
Absolutely.
And then they collect it all up and they put it in a barrel and they stick a Foster's.
I was just about to say, that's how Foster's made, boys and girls.
Yes. Foster's isn't so much brewed as collected. Right. XMG12, big hello to you. Says, I went and bought a used locomotive cross-channel via eBay with shipping. A £34 loco translated to just over €70.
See, that's what I mean. It's silly.
Yeah.
Could I get that? What was it? Was it the JX7? The Oxford thing? What was it? The steam thing? I'm not what the steam engines there. The Oxford one. The J97.
Oh yes.
That's £8.
The J27.
That's
yeah, 060 tender loco. I've got one of them around here somewhere. Where? Have I got it out, or is it? Where's it gone? Not sure where it is, but I've got one. It's probably my hot tip for this year for best value locomotive is an Oxford Rail J27. It's £86.50. They've still got them in stock, certainly at Rails of Sheffield, and I'm sure that a lot of other places have still got stocks of them. Indeed, I think even Oxford Rail still have stocks of a few of them. And it's just amazing value for a top-notch, modern spec 060 tender locomotive for not just a little bit under £100, but basically the price of a DCC decoder under £100.
Oh, another way, look at the price of a wagon.
Yeah, absolutely. And certainly Kernow Model Centre were doing their 10 for £10 offer with a number of different wagons. So yeah, you could you could get quite a lot for your money. So certainly don't overlook some of the locomotives available in the UK brand new. The N7, again, another Oxford Rail model. They're available. I've seen them for about £90. And the Janus Shunter as well. I think Hatton's still doing them for £60, £70. So that there are some good bargains out there. You don't have to spend over the odds to...
well, you can get the Janus Shunter Samfix for about £140.
I know, and to be honest, it's basically you've paid for an ESU Lockdown V5 and they've thrown in a free locomotive.
Absolutely, yeah, it's ridiculous.
Warbler Productions says, I'm still waiting for the Oxford Crane wagon. Ordered one when they were announced last year. I think a lot of people are as well. There were some really interesting announcements. That and the Great Eastern Railway ventilated van as well. I have asked Oxford Rail, don't have any updates yet on those. Essentially, when there are updates, they will be adding them to their Facebook group.
Paul Murphy wants to know who I am.
Who are you?
I'm me.
Ah, yeah, it's him.
I'm me.
This is Craig, aka Iron Horse Railways. So you may be wondering, why is Iron Horse Railways not in the chat? Well, I can tell you it's because Iron Horse Railways is our guest for tonight, and of course there's a YouTube channel as well. If you do a search on YouTube for Iron Horse Railways, you will find it there. Do check him out, some great weathering videos. Also, we featured a few of your videos on the Monday Club before now. But it's great to have you in, because you're fairly local, you're just down from Preston.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Preston,
so how does it feel to be the first person to be invited here?
I feel like you've got the short straw.
Do you?
I think you've got the short straw, Jen. But you know, it was convenient, wasn't it?
Yeah. That's what jokingly said. Wardle Road couldn't make it.
Yeah, she was joking.
Yeah.
But yeah, give my channel a like and subscribe, because there's going to be 2 competitions I'm doing. One when I hit 500 subscribers, and a really big one when I hit 1,000.
So how far off 500 are you at the moment?
98.
98. So what you need?
400 and... Hang on a minute. Make it the cut off. Let's have a look.
Here, would you like some prizes courtesy of West Hill Wagon Works?
What's this?
let me. Right, what I need to do is just work out what I need to keep for a forthcoming project.
404 gone up by 10 subscribers.
Has
I've
it?
got 414, so
Keeping them
500
there
to the
good.
first one.
I'll keep them there good. So there you are. Would you like a West Hill Wagon Works workshop tool chest? There you go. And
That's really nice quality, isn't it?
they are, and
That's lovely.
Also, here you are. So West Hill Wagon Works Depot and Workshop Rail stock boards. A 6-pack of those. Would you like Nick the line side worker? Just show that to the folks at home. And you can either use these yourself or have them as competition prizes if that's something that you want. But certainly there's some amazing products from West Hill Wagon Works. And I'd like to extend a big thanks again for them sending over all of these items for review. We did do a little mini project with the HAA wagon wheels in the ZDV wagon. So we've got a couple more there. Oh, right, here we are. Do you want some turdises? There you go.
Yes, there we go. Turdises. Where's the camera gone? There we go. Find the location. Find it. There we go. Turdises.
And then we've got...
Hey.
These are
Oh,
nice.
pins.
Modern oil drum spill pallets, and there's the blue drums to go on top.
I see. Yeah.
And there we've got some skivers there.
Members of the YMCA.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'll keep hold of them. And
Those are ridiculously detailed.
there are some great stuff. What about some pallet pump trucks?
Pallet pump trucks.
They are really
absolutely, yes.
And there you are. Stick them all back in that box. And then you've got. There you go.
I'll go through these. I'll be giving some of these away, as
And,
well as a super secret prize, which is not yet.
And also, I mean, use them in videos as well. On your model, I think there's some great products from West Hill Wagon Works. Certainly, the Hunt couplings are quite well known, the magnetic couplings, but definitely do browse the rest of their range because there's some really great products in the West Hill Wagon Works range.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely, don't say I never give anything away.
No, absolutely, there you go. See, it comes full circle.
It
comes
does.
full circle.
It does. So, a big hello to John JMC. Great to see you in. So you've now got 422 subscribers apparently.
That's gone up in.
It's because we're talking about you. So and also
If I get 500 subscribers tonight, then I'm going to have to.
Yeah, well, also they know you've genuinely got something to give away.
Absolutely.
I can probably dig you out a few other bits and pieces.
Ooh.
Some Wall World Scenics products. Have you used Wall World
I've
Scenics?
had a little bit of their scatter before now.
I mean, all of the grass that you see here on where you are, that's all Wall World Scenics, static grass.
I like the modular walls they do as well.
All right, if you just see those cardboard boxes down there, just grab those. You've now got 424 apparently. ABC XYZ 83,000 says, "Hi guys, any news on the A5 review? Can't wait."
Here you go, master.
The A5 review, actually, that's a good point. I do need to chase rails on that. But these the walls.
That's the ones I was. That's actually the one I was talking about. It's fantastic.
So just hold on to that. Let's just see what's in the rest of these.
These are the walls.
There you are. That's with the gate.
That's the one they get. Was it? And they just. I mean, I don't know if they're. Are they double O?
Yeah. These are for double O, and I feel a bit guilty because they sent these over just at the point that, like a week before I started work at DCC Concepts. I never got round to doing a video on them, so I do need to do a video. But certainly,
Yeah. If you hold this chap.
yeah.
He's about the same size as that gate.
Yeah. If you grab the other three boxes down there, let's have a good rummage through. Let's get you some like points mean prizes. Keep hold of them though; they're good.
You're not having those ones.
Yeah, you're not having the good stuff.
You could have this chat over here.
Yeah.
I'll go back into this very small corner.
Yeah. So this is great. So when you do your giveaway, you know your bottom is on camera.
It's okay, I won't charge.
I think I'll change the angle there. I'm really sorry about that. We've got Iron Horse Railways' Builder's Cleavage on show.
Ask him.
Yeah, bot cam. So you're up to 435 now.
Is that because of the camera angle?
Possibly, yeah. You've got a bit of a following.
Here you are.
Let's have a look. These are all War World Scenics products. There you are. I probably won't use them, but they're like sleeper built things.
They're meant to be black, or you can possibly paint them.
You can paint them as well,
I'd probably paint those.
but they'd be like heavily creosoted timber.
Yes, that's very
Would
much
be my
steam
guess.
era stuff, isn't it?
These I will still use those. No. I'm just I need to do a video. They did War World Scenics. Martin Rees over at War World Scenics very, very kindly sent over some of the walling stuff. I just haven't got round to doing anything just yet. So there's some more walling there. I think that might match the other stuff.
This walling here, as it comes out the box, is just fantastic. Now,
Yeah,
for
yeah.
someone that's a fan of weathering, the first thing I would do with that is get a nice wash, just to darken the gaps between the bricks.
Yeah.
And then you're looking at dry brushing.
And
all
dry
you would
brushing
need to do,
is the way ahead.
I promise you now, to anyone out there that thinks weathering is this mystical art, it's not. It just takes time and patience. A little dark wash, black or dark brown wash all over that. Let it dry, and then either a green for moss, perhaps, or a lighter shade or a darker shade of grey will just accent those bricks nicely, and that will just bring us, a very nicely detailed wall. And it just take it that step further.
Absolutely. So there's a lot you can do with these, and when you've got the detail, I mean, these are quite irregular, and these
the
are
Yorkshire stone wall.
Yeah, good quality Yorkshire. None of that foreign muck. Yeah, don't want any of that Lancashire stone.
Oh, are they end pieces?
Yeah, they're like
little end pieces.
Sorry. No, I need to do a video with these, and I've had them earmarked for. I got keep hold of them.
Okay.
So, so there you are. Add them to your little stash.
Can I put them down yet?
Yes, you can. You put them in the box. When you do your 500 subs giveaway, do mention where all these have come from. As in, like, not just me, but the companies as well, because they've sent them into the channel. Let me. I've got loads of stuff up here. See,
surely you must forget how much you've got. I mean, there's that much of it. Look, there's boxes and boxes.
It's stuff I get sent for doing videos and reviews. So, let's have a look. MKD. These are like plastic kits. Let's have a look. What have we got in here? I don't know, it's a very sort of like French.
I want to say it looks European, doesn't it?
Yeah, it is a European kit. Do you want a Peugeot dealership? There you are. Well, look, you can either use.
Was Peugeot the Nicole Papa? Was that Peugeot or was that Citroën?
Oh, the Nicole
Papa.
It was one of the. I don't think it was Peugeot. Was it Citroën? Or was it? No, was it Renault? Might have been
Renault. Might have been Renault.
Yeah, right. I'm going to put all this stuff in here now.
Villa Avec Garage.
So there you are.
House with garage.
And they're brand new, sealed.
Bear in mind, I'm on a motorbike.
Oh, are you?
I could probably get that. Everything's got.
Have you got a rucksack?
I haven't.
You haven't got a rucksack.
I haven't got a rucksack.
So how are you gonna get?
Well, those are easy. Everything on that box.
Oh my word! George Botterini has very, very generously donated $9.99 in the super chat. Says, sorry I'm late, but the students are so demanding. Don't worry, remember, a Monday clubber is never late. They arrive precisely at the time they intended to.
He's always not here to do the Frodo Baggins bit, and I don't do Lord of the Rings. So,
Nigel Cole says, Nicole Papa was Renault.
Renault.
Yeah,
there you
Renault.
go. Thank you, Nigel.
So, yeah. I mean, she was quite cute, actually. The actress who played Nicole.
Very French.
Yes.
Very French.
Right, I think that's... I'm just having a look around. So I can't really give you any more. So I can't really give you any locomotives or wagons or anything.
Are you sure?
I knew you'd say that. Upwell and onwards. A big hello to you. Yeah, everybody's saying it was Renault. Flymer Chenwood says, good morning, Upwell and onwards. In New Zealand. I didn't realise you're in New Zealand. we get a really good turnout actually. But the CIE Irish locomotive is doing the rounds. If I go to, let's just go to, no, wrong one. If I go to that camera angle, let's just. Oh, there it is. It's just come into. I was worried everyone. I think, where is it? So you'll just see there at the back the orange and black super train livery of the Irish Railway models A-class locomotive. It does come with full sound, but we haven't got that running because it does get quite late. So yeah, there we are. XMG12 says there goes the new CIE locomotive. Absolutely. So what's your sub count at now? Don't forget, everybody, when you're subscribing to Iron Horse Railways, don't forget as well to tickle the like button on this stream and to share it as well, and subscribe to the channel if you've not already done so. John James.
441, blimey.
Oh, again, have you got a crack on your screen?
I've got a crack, yes, on my screen.
Is that?
That's a crack.
Oh, I can feel it as well. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
it's a big one. It's a big crack.
That is a big crack. Just like that segues us into me having to change the camera angle.
There we go. Look at that there.
Yeah,
That worked out lovely,
yeah.
didn't it, Jen? Absolutely.
Yeah, so John James, he says, oh, did you sound fit it yet? Absolutely. And let me just...
Evening, Ian. Ales Mead.
Okay, so if we go to...
Oh, that does sound nice.
Two-tone horn that you can control each independently.
That's got really... Is that the EMD motor?
Yeah, I mean the... Oh, why is it... Oh, there we go.
That you braked it, you put a brake on.
Yeah, but it's... And that's got the huge speaker in there. It's got like 2 speaker cones.
I mean, the sound won't translate very well through the internet and through a mobile phone screen or
Yeah.
a TV screen, but it really does sound deep.
There's a rich sound. It's not tinny at all, is it?
It's...
So I'm just going to turn the sound off though, because it can get quite a cacophony. But so yeah, 441 people. I think we're sticking a bit. But absolutely, it's one of the things as well that we always do like to big up other YouTube channels. We know how difficult it can be to build an audience here on YouTube. But Iron Horse Railways will be doing a giveaway when he hits 500 subs. And courtesy of myself, there's so I don't know how much of this you're going to get back.
I'll take what I can. I'll
there could be that Villa avec Garage. God, my French accent's brilliant, isn't it? Villa avec Garage.
I think it'd be
Mercy Buckets.
Villa avec Garage.
Garage.
From high school French there, and then they've got the Peugeot. Garage.
The Garage Peugeot.
Dans ce coin.
Yeah, I don't know whether it comes. I don't think it comes with the cars.
I don't think it would.
Might come with that one, you know, though.
That one looks like a clown car.
It does.
And I've just realised that Peugeot line looks very similar to the line from the EW Western.
It does a bit.
You know what I mean? So what you could probably do with that is just paint it burgundy, take Peugeot off it, and you've got an EWS office. Absolutely.
And these are actually a great way of building up buildings on a layout. And whilst it's being sold as a European kit, the style of building, if you go to a lot of industrial parks, then it's not a difficult push to actually make this, to anglicize this building, or indeed make it look US or Canadian, because a lot of building designs, there's not a lot that differentiates them. And certainly a house like that, you could imagine that in Switzerland, Austria, probably parts of America as well, that have a very European emigrant population. So, you know, I'm thinking maybe Oregon as well. It's got that kind of mountainous ski sort of places, look and feel to it. But certainly there's some nice kits there. We've got the War World Scenics walling and an assortment of West Hill Wagon Works 3D printed bits and pieces. So yeah, are you happy with that? I feel like Jim
I feel,
Bowen on
I was about to
Bullseye.
say, I feel like I've won. Don't worry about that. You've got your walls. They're yours.
You got your walls. You
walls.
got your villa
your
Avec
walls.
garage.
You've got your villa. Where's your speedboat, Jen?
Yeah. Now, do you want
Where's
to
the
stick or
speedboat?
do you want to gamble for speedboat on a trailer?
Because they'd always give a speedboat to someone that was landlocked.
Yeah. Do you notice though, if they were on the coast though, they won a car. But if they were in Tamworth, they got a speedboat.
Yeah, there you go.
Speedboat on a trailer. There must be hundreds of them speedboats on a trailer. Because when you look back now, they were the cheapest, nastiest little fiberglass.
Fiberglass and, you know,
Yeah. So Warbler Productions has finally hit the Atlantic wheel arrangement on your substrate 442. Can we get Craig over 500? So, that would be a great day. Do you want to gamble? Go for the 500.
I'm going to go for the gamble.
Yeah, you're going to go for the gamble.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Oh, everybody loves a bit of bully. 445 now. Oh my word.
I prefer catchphrase if we're talking about game shows.
Say what you see.
You have Mr. Chips.
Yeah.
It was often partially exposed.
And it was just so 8-bit graphics, wasn't it?
Oh,
And we thought it was so advanced at the time.
I loved it.
And you always used to say, it's good, but it's not.
It's good, but it's not right.
Yeah. Ben Tullett says, Gauge Master have managed to add a lot of the Fowler and Noh European buildings into their range. Yeah, absolutely. Some of the Gauge Master range is really, really nice. I think it's the Fort Hampton range.
That's Fort Hampton. Yeah, they've got a nice the depot building from Fort Hampton.
They've got some really great stuff there, actually. Tim Davis. Oh, we're back on the Gronks here. Thomas and the Magic Gronk. It's Gronk with an R. A Gonk is something
troll,
else.
Isn't it? A little troll.
Oh no, a Gonk droid is it's from Star Wars. Robin Slewer says, I just need to get 009 tracks to start building layout. Now I do recommend actually in 009 the Pico track is really good. But it's also worth considering that both Rails of Sheffield and DCC Concepts have a very extensive range of the Tillig track, and they have some really, really nice stuff in HOE, which is the same as 009. And one of the things actually that really impresses me is their dual gauge track. So you can mix HO or 00 with 009 or HOE. They also do the same for HOM and TT, but it's not really HOM's not really a common scale in the UK. Certainly in Europe, very, very popular, and I think in America they call it something else. I'm not sure what they call it, but certainly in the US, effectively 3-foot gauge track is a thing. Valley's 56XXS. You don't get nout for 2 in a bed. That's a bullseye one, isn't it? And Warbler Production. We're getting an update on your account.
450.
What did you have when you started?
412. No, before I left my house, I was on 404.
Right. See.
So,
Yeah.
all I've got to do is do this a few more times, and I'll be on 1,000 subscribers by the end of the month. Yeah.
Oh wow. Paul Murphy says 101 or more with 6 Gronks for tonight's star prize, which is hiding behind. Oh, surely it should be hiding behind Billy's replacement speakers.
Yeah.
Oh dear. And Fly Much Everyone, thank you very much for sharing the link to the Monday Club wagon. Also, yes, Ben Tullett says, Zoe, you need to come back. It's video time. And Fly Much Everyone says, on the trail of the lonesome Gronk.
Tell you what, you weren't wrong when you said it was warm up here.
I told you, yeah.
It's not warm outside. It's about 8 degrees.
No. It's well insulated.
It's comfortable now, but back
imagine
when it
this
was
in
20
summer.
degrees, that must have been murdered you.
Yeah. That's why we had air conditioning and stuff.
The ghetto ice cube.
Yeah. Hillbilly air conditioning
Absolutely.
with the frozen bottle of water. Valley's 56XX says, didn't they use a Class 25 for a Gronk in the 80s? Not sure. I don't know. Class 25 and a Gronk is a bit different. But Henry Van Wyk, big hello to you. Great to have you. And says hello from South Africa. US 3-foot gauge is known as HON3. Brilliant, excellent. Yeah, but certainly Tillig track is well worth a gander. And one of the interesting things is when we had the supply shortages for the Pico track, what really surprised me was that DCC Concepts was still selling Tillig track. And I kept saying to them they needed to push it more because people didn't know they had it. And once you've tried Tillig, you don't really want to go back because it's so much better. And in fact, actually, one of the things that I had my eye on in the Tillig catalogue is they do inset track with cobbles and stuff, with point work crossovers. It's it's notionally for doing. Oops, I've just. I'm sure I just tugged my cable out there. That's not good. It's notionally for doing tram tracks. Oh dear.
Has it all gone wrong?
It's all gone a bit peaked on here. I think I've broken the connector on the other end. Oh no. Just giving it a tug. Right.
Testing the structural integrity.
Yeah.
All very well and good.
Ooh. Right. So
I'm hearing approaching covered monkey.
Yeah, monkey.
What's that coming up in the loft?
Is it a monkey? Is it a monkey?
I can neither confirm nor deny that I am
just
here.
saying to Jen, it's very warm in here and it's 8 degrees outside.
Yeah.
So when it was 25 degrees.
Yeah. Well, we've got an ex-Tractor fan. He used to be into Massey Ferguson,
Absolutely,
but now he just sucks the
I'm just gonna have to move
the air
this.
out.
The giveaway items.
Yes,
Jen's donated
yeah.
to me.
We've
Box
had.
of delights.
Yeah. You've won tonight's star prize. It's for his giveaway when he hits 500.
I have been watching the show.
Have you?
I do know what's
very
going
good.
on.
So, in that case, how come it took you so long to get up here?
I was drawing a picture.
Were you?
I was drawing a picture of Star Trek Deep Space Nine.
Do you want a top up on your coat?
Oh, I'll have one more before I go.
Oh.
That'll be very nice.
Tonight's beverage of choice, Diet Coke.
Other colours are available.
Yeah, but Diet Coke is better.
Do you know, I actually prefer Pepsi.
Do
And I'm
you?
not saying that to be a contrarian or to be,
It makes me go hyperactive.
you know,
There's
I'm not
something
saying
in it.
that
Oh my goodness, yeah.
to be silly. I do prefer Pepsi.
Yeah, then Pepsi's got this like slight stickly sweet taste to it.
And Values 56XX says, no, I meant a gonk, not a gronk, an electrical generator. Yes, the gonk droid.
Gonk.
It's a walking battery, and we all love it.
Right.
I'm walking back.
It is. It's just a giant battery on legs, and it wanders around going gonk, gonk.
It does actually.
It's the best droid. You can keep your R2-D2s.
I'm going to have a Milky Way.
You help
I'm
yourself.
having a small Milky Way.
Okay, so it's time for the videos and the photos. So we're going to start with some more from Mark Wilson, because Mark Wilson is always
Oh yeah,
an
he's.
excellent
I
treat.
mean, the stuff is. I'm always
So
incredibly.
take a look at this photo.
Funnily enough, I'll just have a dig in my box.
Oh, I
and do-
see what one of those is.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a dig in my
End
box.
intakes for the 3D printed job. Is that it?
Yeah.
And so I'll get it out. But these are the
If
West
I
Hill Wagon
Pop it
Works.
over to this one, and you can hold it up to that.
The West Hill Wagon Works. There you go. 3D printed scrap class 45 cabs. Is it class? Yeah, peak cabs. Really great model. I've got that earmarked for a project, which is why you're not getting it.
So
That's the
things like
screws
that.
on the back that cut out, and then you can see all the insides.
Yeah, so you can fully paint it up. Really, really great. I've got an idea actually. I might try and get hold
Amazing.
of maybe about a dozen of these and make the Vic Berry scrap pile as the back scene. So basically stack all these up on the back scene. And I think that could make just such an amazing model layout.
Yeah, and if we zoom in, you can actually see what's inside it.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
and also they've got the Gronk radiators there
Yes.
as well. So there's some great detailing parts.
He's done an amazing job with them
Oh,
as well. That weathering
absolutely.
effect is fantastic.
Every time I
Absolutely.
see Mark's work, I think, what's the point? Why do we? why
Oh
am I-
no! You shouldn't think that.
I never try to compare, but I always try to get some inspiration.
Yeah,
And see, I get a lot of inspiration from these. When you look at them, it's like, wow, I love what he's done there with that. But it's always a delight to see his work, and he really
Whoa.
is very, very good.
I like his depot, the inside of the depot,
Oh,
the lighting.
yeah.
Oh,
It's
absolutely.
brilliant.
But I mean, like the lighting of the model. One thing I think that people often overlook is that lighting of your model when you're taking pictures is really important. And this is in very, very good light. You can tell by the shadows for the chimneys on the back scene.
It's an interesting shadow that they've got as well. And the colouring, it's almost as if he puts a filter over the lights.
Well, it's like a lot of matted colours.
Jen, that reminds me, what's that product you've got for the lights? You've never put them up.
Oh, well, the strip LEDs?
Yeah, the ones I got from Wilkinson's for you.
Yeah, I don't know what they're called. I'm just looking to see if I can find them.
I got her a box of LCD lights, the colour change. You can have like early evening, early morning, middle of the day.
I need to put them up over there. I was going to put them up underneath the purlin.
Yes.
And that area has always been a little bit on the dark side. So I'm going to kick Darth Vader out, and I'm going to...
I knew you were going to mention that.
But there we go. Anyway, right, let's... Oh, so we're back on that.
Yeah, they're all about these...
Really lovely.
They really are.
Oh, he's showing off now. Look at that perspective.
That is grandstanding a little bit. But look at the effect. And that's looking out through one of those West Hill Wagon Works scrap peak cabs.
Yeah.
Really, really good, and that you're so easily available. From West Hill Wagon Works, really easy to, because all the hard work's done. It's all the details printed. It's just a case of painting it, and
he's just
really
having fun now.
Yeah.
So that is wonderful. Thank you so much for sending those in.
So thank you so much. Mark Wilson says the tarpaulin, by the way, is just thick paper soaked in PVA. I've seen people actually use toilet tissue. Very, very good for making tarpaulins using it.
I use toilet tissue
because it's got like that texture to it.
You can also use it to make like water, well, like waves.
Yeah, I've seen people do that. So there's a lot of and that again, it's one of the things that a lot of people maybe think, oh, this hobby's too expensive, but there are a lot of household things that you can use to great effect that don't have to be expensive.
Okay, I'm just loading up the first of our videos. This is a slideshow from a model train show in Raleigh, North Carolina.
Ah, so it's Half-Assed Customs, who I was interviewed for. You were interviewed for as well.
He's a great guy, lovely to talk to him, and I've been told to start at about 20 minutes in, because that's when the slideshow will start. So here we go.
Okay, so do you want to make that full screen?
I do.
So I'm going to move over to the browser. And so this is Raleigh, North Carolina. And I think this is one of those modular layouts.
That Fremore. Is it Fremore? Something like that?
I couldn't tell you.
Or Roma? We've got a name on it. It's what I was talking about before.
So where it's like basically everybody builds a module, then they come together and put them together.
That's interesting, the way they've got that building there. Reminds me a little bit of that one in Newcastle where there's just a building balanced on top of a bridge.
Yeah.
It's weird. You look at it and think, how does that not fall over?
But certainly there's a lot of clubs, probably more so in the US.
And he'll be talking, but of course we can't have the speech because otherwise he'll end up talking over it. So here we go.
So these are like parking lots with look, it's a bouncing car.
It's doing the old the motorcycles there in the corner. Yes.
Oh, the hot rods.
Hot rod model is.
Oh, I love them.
Some
nice
lovely
diner.
models.
Greasy spoon.
Look
at Marshmallow Man! Marshmallow Man!
I think that might be Sam's contribution there.
Yes. Yeah, I recognise like the Back to the Future thing. Some really nice things here.
So I'm going to put the link into the description, into the chat now.
Haberdashery.
So
now that's a word that needs using more often.
Haberdashery.
Absolutely.
Oh, this is great.
And I really nice trees as well. And again, look, it's the light. The light really makes it. So we've got, it's a lovely way of having a really large layout that everybody's got a part of. by building modules. A lot of clubs do this, certainly in the US.
Yeah, and it's a great
everybody
way of doing it.
has like a module that they build, and you have particular specs for where the track crosses the baseboard joins, and it means that you can have these huge layouts, but there'll be a little bit of it that's yours, that you built. So you get a huge variety of stuff. I mean, look at this. This is some really top-notch stuff. And that
rail car.
Yeah, yeah. And there seems to be the rail car was sat. Oh, that is. I love the way the ploughed field's been done, and that you can see there dual gauge track. Something that Tillig do. Both Rails of Sheffield and DCC Concepts do stock the full Tillig range, including the dual gauge track. There's a lot of cars and stuff here. Some really nice models, and there's a lot you can do with making model cars, customizing them, weathering them. I've seen some great effects with, I know Ken Patterson did a video about damaging cars so that they look like they're either wrecked or things like that. And it's something that decay and damage is always something that's quite interesting to model. Daniel's OO Model Railway says, hello Jenny, do you know if you can make a Discord server for the Monday Club? It would be great to have one to bring the model railway community together. What is a Discord?
Discord is like the old IRC chat rooms.
Oh right, yeah.
It's that basically.
All right, well it's definitely something that my technical monkey.
I'll set one up tonight.
Brilliant, and we also need to set up the membership, the YouTube membership.
Yes, I do.
Something that we're looking to bring, and it's obviously can if you want to, you don't have to if you don't want to, but the YouTube membership with custom special like emojis and different colours for YouTube members.
It'll be a very cheap thing, so
absolutely,
you can ignore it if you don't. Which is of course how we do everything, because the last thing we want is, I think we say this all the time, we're going to be here for you whether you support or not, whether you pay or not, because this is your
I think
club.
that when you get some channels that say, well, you know, we'll only do X, Y, and Z that you're asking or requesting for if you pay us money, I think it's a bit grasping, so we don't do that.
At the end of the day, we're very lucky that people support us already.
Absolutely.
So we want to give back to the group.
I'm really loving some of these buildings. I love the way the tracks kind of just go through these big buildings.
Yeah.
It's something that you get a lot in the US with the industrial type areas. Really, really nice. I do love the scenery there, the grass. That there with the water.
The water is amazing.
There's some really, really great work here with some of these modules.
I like the garage scene.
Yeah, with the rail speeder. There's some really nice stuff here. So thank you very much to Half-Ass Customs, and certainly
jump over.
Yeah.
Because now everyone's seeing all the weird stuff you watch.
What, like, Father Ted, I hear you're a racist now. And all of the people from Ireland are going, oh God, would you stop with the fake Irish accent? Do you really think you sound Irish?
That's not an Irish accent.
The best one of that is where he meets Victor Meldrew.
I don't believe
I'm going to say it to him.
Oh my goodness.
What have we got?
Dave Baker said, hi Jenny and Zoe, here's my 3D signal box. Hot off the printer.
Oh, I saw this on the Facebook
right.
page.
So we're going to move over. Let's take a look at this. I'm really interested.
So this is interesting. So that'll be the stairs.
So again, I mean, 3D printing is very much
thank you so much, Simon
the future.
Trains.
But thank you so much. Simon Trains Model Railway Showcase has incredibly generously donated £3 on the Super Chat and says, awesome Monday Club tonight. Thank you. And thank you for your generosity. It's really, really generous of you. And of course, any money donated to the channel, either through Super Chat or PayPal.me or through Patreon, goes towards being able to make the videos that you guys want to see.
Absolutely.
And also, just a quick reminder that the competition we were running with the film posters with a
goes to the end of the month. And
to the end of the month?
End of the month, and Jen will pick the winner. I'll collate all of the images together Jen will pick the winner. She won't know who's put in which one, and then she'll pick the winner, and they will get their choice of which T-shirt they want in their SIs.
No worries. So end of the month. I spoke wrong when I said Sunday. So end of the month. Francis Wadsworth says, "Have a good night, Jenny, and the rest of the Monday Club." Thank you, and you too. Thank you very much for joining us and being part of the Monday Club too.
That's one thing that always
this without you guys.
Is window frames. I always struggle with window frames, and 3D printing is really going to make that a lot more.
Oh,
I mean,
know what you mean.
It's changing so much. Not just our
This
hobby.
is interesting.
I think that's just there for scale.
Well, even if it's not, if you have it and you've got them painted up with like a face and stuff, for the most part, just stand them at the back inside. It would look like a guy.
Absolutely, yeah.
In the same way that if you have one of those printed cardboard cutouts of
of
like
Home Alone style.
It works. It really does work.
But yeah, you're right. The depth of the texture, that's going to be amazing for weathering.
But I mean, it's transformed not just model makers, but actually the aeronautics industry makes a lot of parts using.
Of course, because everything has to be custom and perfect for the
Going
thing.
to the dog says it looks like a double gauge morph.
That would be so cool. I want. Oh, what have we got here? Tim's Model Railway has sent another photo of his layout.
So always nice to see from Tim's Model Railway.
This is a railway that I always love to see because
it's fun.
Yes,
it's got so much fun
exactly.
going on.
It's not like I'm only going to run on specific times because I'm modelling certain things. It's like I'm going to run what I want when I want, and I'm going to enjoy it.
Yeah, I mean,
and that's what I love to see.
This is. I remember as a kid. This is how I loved playing with my trains, because you weren't bogged down with that's not prototypically accurate, and it's all about
what
having
is that
fun.
livery there?
Oh, that is interesting. It's like a custom. It might be to do with the circus train. I'm suspecting.
Is that a Thomas the Tank Engine face on that? Look,
it is.
It is. So wonder what that is.
It's a Battle of Britain locomotive by the look of it, but it's painted up in a rather colourful livery.
Yeah.
I suspect it goes with the circus wagons, but certainly really nice and interesting. So, and there's a
Thomas.
Always love an A4. There's a Gronk there as well. Don't forget the Gronk.
Gronk it up, baby.
Gronk. And also the 57XX panniers. I also see something that I recognise from my childhood, the Hornby 00 footbridge. Loved that, based on the Southern Railway prefabricated concrete footbridges. They were a common sight up to comparatively recently, although the problem with the rebar rusting and spalling the concrete has probably spelled the end of pretty much any that are left on the network.
That is a fantastic layout. Always pleasure.
Always good fun.
And a bit of castle in the background as well.
Of course. Always love a good castle. So thank you ever so much for that. And Harry Sedgwick says it's Rebecca the Bullied engine.
Right.
So not one that I remember from my time being into Thomas the Tank Engine, but certainly interesting. Simon the Railway Enthusiast 83 says the Ravenglass Railway is a beautiful railway. I saw a steam train there. I didn't get the chance to go on it, but maybe another time. Absolutely, yeah, the Ravenglass Nestdale Railway is really interesting. Of course, small railway engines in the Thomas the Tank Engine canon based on that railway.
I'm just loading up our next video. This one
is from Santa Fe.
Nope. This is Mark Whitehead.
Oh, Mark Whitehead.
He sent it in last week, so we're still going through the ones that we couldn't show last week. So now we're going to have a look at them.
Excellent. So are we ready?
Yeah.
Okay, let's move over.
Here we go.
So, interesting back scene on there.
Yes, it is.
So there's certainly...
It would help if I actually pressed play, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
I'm sitting here thinking, why is this not moving?
I don't know, you might have to...
Is it working? What's happening?
Is it playing?
I think he's talking over it. Oh,
there we go. So we're just going to move on to... Here comes the train.
Oh my goodness. Look at the scale and the sense of power.
Is that a GP7 or a GP9?
It's a GP something. I can tell you that much.
Oh my goodness. Because he's got the camera so low down. It really gives a sense of size to these things.
These are European wagons. I think.
What is that?
That's a camera.
That's a camera car.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
a car.
That is nice.
Car. A car.
You read car.
Yes. Oh, I've got a big bag of industrial salt and a spoon. Doesn't really matter.
I absolutely used to love shooting stars.
Oh, and now Vic Reeves will sing that in a club style.
I always loved that shot. And then he says, and this is what it should have sounded like. And he does the same thing again. That was fantastic. Thank you so much, Mark.
Egg Rider says there are still a few of those Southern Railway prefab footbridges in use. Some are even in GWR LMS territory. Oh wow! Tim Davis says Rebecca replaced Henry or Redwood. No,
You can't replace them. You can't.
No.
They're unreplaceable.
Yeah.
Here we go. So, what is that?
That looks to be, I'm going to say C-Class.
Every single time she just gets it.
So I don't do steam. So it's just a steam engine to me. But
I'm very
diesel,
much like
I can
that.
tell you what, but it's just
I'm very much like that for everything except the gronk. I know what a gronk is. The gronk is the best.
So did I guess correctly?
Yes, this is Wesley Tor
some
Railway.
nice subtle weathering on the locomotive. If you look to the
And
both
on
of them.
the building as well.
calcium deposits on the funnel or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. It's really nice and always photographed so well. You got that vignette.
Vignette.
Yeah, vignette.
So we're going to move on. Oh, wow.
That looks like, I'm going to say an O2.
That is the depth and the way it fades out. He's got the focus right. That is amazing.
He always takes a good photo, this chap. He
does.
Absolutely.
Is that an O2? A class O2?
I'll find out in a moment. But yeah, that is really nice. So thank you very much, Wesley Tor. That is great. I'm going to pull that back over to there so I can open this. There are two shots of a C-Class.
So they're both
It's the
C-Class.
same locomotive from Wesley Tor.
Oh, right.
Thank you so much.
The profile, the head-on version was making me think of an O2 440, 044 tank even.
So I'm going to bring up
Christopher Jameson, a big hello to you. John JMC also guessed correctly on the C-Class as well. Ben Toller says, did I just see a Pfizer wagon probably delivering vaccine?
Yes, it was a Pfizer wagon,
yes.
and I was thinking the same thing. So, next up we have Enwin's Motors, and he says this was taken while we had our standard Gaydon. So, Gaydon model railways.
Enwin's 3D.
Not yet, because an advert I have to skip.
Okay, right, you skipped the advert. So, just having a look through the comments. Ruben Ashwell says, Mattel are just trying to see how many classic Thomas characters we loved as kids they can replace. I don't know, why do they feel the need to replace them? They can add, but not replace.
It's the same reason why there was always a rotation in and out of various characters in stuff like He-Man, G.I. Joe, My Little Pony and all of that.
But don't they understand that there's like the core club of...
Yes, they do. The core ones don't change.
Well, apparently Edward and Henry have gone.
The supporting ones, whichever ones they've decided are supporting, they are swapped in and out on a regular basis because there's only so much shelf space for selling the toys.
That's not on.
If you've only got a certain amount of square footage for selling your product, that's how they make sure it's full. And always something different.
I also remember with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles figures back in the 90s, you had Wave 1, which was the Turtles and Shredder, and then Wave 2, and you had this and the other.
Yes.
But that's disrespectful to the original IP.
Yes, it is. But there we are.
Oh, that's nice.
This is amazing.
Oh, it's
I can't tell where the back scene starts. Are those buildings part of the model or the back scene?
That's model and back. It's like he's continued the back scene into the model.
Yeah.
I think what we got is some like really low relief in front of a photographic back scene.
That is just amazing.
I do like the dry stone walls and those trees as well. Really nice. Always great to see an 009 model.
Yeah.
So I'm just drinking in some of the detail. I like the campsite as well. That works really well.
Choo-choo.
And this looks to be a K1 Garrett by the looks of it. That is really, really nice.
Look at the size of that little tender.
Well, it's part of the locomotive. It's a garret.
That is cool.
And then we've got, I'm thinking that's a single fairly going over the top.
The textures and details, and again, the lighting is making this look so real.
It's really, really nice. Don't forget to tickle that like button.
Wow.
Share this stream as well. And also subscribe to the channel if you've not already done
Yeah.
so.
Beach looks fantastic.
Some really nice models there.
This is just superb. This is like next level.
I'm really enjoying this. This looks to be a really nice layout.
Yeah,
I like the splash of colour as well on those little beach huts. It's a really nice way of getting some very vibrant colours into the model. So it's really interesting. It's got like a squashed loop. So we've got a continuous run, it seems, but I think that they're using ABC modules to get the trains to stop and wait in the stations.
Wobbler Production says that's a Darjeeling Garrett D class, the first true Garrett type with cylinders on the outside end of the bogies. Well, there you are.
Wow, interesting.
I was going to say that, I just didn't want to.
Yeah. So you thought, who's going to be the first person to point that out? Well done.
What I'm loving the most with this is that it's multiple levels again, but you can't tell where they start and end.
Yeah. Really nice. I do like the beach. I think seaside scenes always do.
Oh,
work
that
quite
is
well.
just... What an angle. That is amazing.
Goes through the bridge and up as well, that's really nice.
That is actually. I do like the upper and the lower there. And then I think that looks like a funky diesel.
A funky diesel.
Yeah, one of the South African railway ones that were imported. Double header is Fiji and Harrogate from Statfold Red Garrett. Yeah. So really nice model. I do like the bridges. I mean, I'm always a huge fan of bridges, but that is really, really nice.
Jeff Bridges in particular.
I'm going to move this on because it's 20 minutes. I've put the link into the chat so you can all see it. But I want to move it on to see something else.
That's Backman Baldwin.
Oh my goodness.
So we've got a US, looks to be a mining railroad.
Is this one Purgatory Peak?
Yes.
Yeah, I've seen some before, it's really nice.
That is so good. Look at those trees.
Some great detail, and it's such a different vista to what you'd normally see.
And it's like your friend, what's his name? Ken Patterson was saying. It's the different colours of the rocks that give it that different personality and different look.
Yeah, and it just shows you at a glance the kind of areas that it's in.
Yeah.
And I mean, this is an interesting back scene. I think that is a painted back scene as opposed to a photographic one, and it just shows that you can get a really great effect with a painted back scene as well. I'd just like to say a big hello to Shanghai 264359. We've also got J94 in. A big hello to you. It says, J94 says, hi Jenny and Zoe and everyone, and sorry I'm extremely late.
A Monday clubber is never late, Frodo Baggins, nor is he early. He arrives precisely when he means to.
And I've seen that live, I can die a happy man now.
Thank you, Gandalf.
Look at those trees, like the extreme left of your screen. That tree, those trees are brilliant. And I really
look at the
love...
depth. My goodness, I thought some of that was back scene, it's not.
I love some of those wooden trestles as well. I'm a big fan of bridges, but this is really, really done. They're on the Rio Grande. So this would this be HON3?
That is amazing.
David Scott says, time to go, folks. Great session. Catch you all next
We're going to
week.
have to jump on. Like I say, we've got...
we're nearly out of time. It's amazing how quick the time just flashes.
We've put the
by.
link into the chat, so I'm going to do it again because this is a long one.
But look, thank you very much for this, and don't forget, and a big hello to Gwyn Reese Davies as well, says, I like layouts like this.
Yeah.
Absolutely, a really, really lovely layout. So, thank you everybody who's been sending in stuff. I'm just looking at the time. Have we got...
We've got time for the last two.
Okay, we're going to squeeze in the last two, but just remember, we do need to finish at 9, which is 2 minutes.
We can't.
Right,
we're going to have to hold these over. I'm sorry.
So the last two, we're going to hold over. So we've got
got a video
Henry
from
Van Wyck. We're going to hold yours over to next week.
and Richard Swiderski as well.
Richard Swiderski as well.
sorry.
We're going to hold this over, and just gives me time to say a huge thank you to our special guest here on the Monday Club. This is Craig from Iron Horse Railways. Do head over there and tickle the subscribe button after you've tickled like, share and subscribe to this channel. And Craig will be doing a big giveaway to celebrate 500 subscribers. And I've sent him off with some goodies here. So courtesy of Humbrol, Warworld Scenics, and West Hill Wagon Works, and of course myself, the Jenny Monday Club, we've got some great prizes
Many things
that will be I think not all of them given away. You obviously use some of them in some video projects. If you
I might give the cardboard box away.
So yeah, you can win this fabulous cardboard
sign
box
it.
as seen on the Jenny Monday Club. But certainly, look, it's been great having your company. Thanks everybody for joining. A big thank you to everybody who has very generously donated tonight. And of course, we couldn't do this without you guys. You guys are what makes the Monday Club so special. So until next time, it's just got time for myself, the Cupboard Monkey, and Craig to say a big thank you. Take care.
Bye everybody. Bye Sooty. Back in the day.
I didn't think Sooty said anything.
No, that's not. It was his little chap.
The guy that helped him out.
Oh right, what was his name? Henry.
Bye bye.
Something like that.